going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks down. Guys, don't forget we have Jerome in the house. So I told you this week was going to be a roller coaster ride. We know they like the markets to be flat or looking decent when Jerome is in the house. And we know we always get a distraction while he's in the house. Now, don't forget to watch the video I did last night. We have Elon Musk on OpenAI and Apple partnership. And he speaks about privacy. But guys, we know this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. We see the projects that Elon Musk is working on. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down. We have the dollar, which is up. We have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $416 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. Now, I am doing this video earlier than normal because my son is graduating. No, we got plenty of graduations. If any exciting news comes out, of course, I do it in the second video. Now, we have the Fed in the house tomorrow. And we already know what he's going to say. He's not going to be cutting rates just yet. He's going to stay data dependent because 2% inflation goal is still the target, which we know we've heard from the ECB, but they still cut rates. We had Canada cut rates. So we have the politicians asking the Fed to follow the ECB to cut rates. But we know that's not going to happen. Remember, guys, the goal is to destroy this global economy. And who has the world reserve currency? That's right, the United States. So the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer because we're in a fragmented world. They have to destroy this whole economy in order for the machines to rise. And in last night's video, I went over the banks. Remember, small banks fund small businesses. Small businesses are the backbone of America. And if the sheep don't wake up, that's going to crumble and, of course, cause mass layoffs. And the NWO running with their solution they've had ready decades ago. And that's the machines. We listen to mainstream media. That's all they're doing is pushing AI. We had 7 tech stocks take majority of the market cap because it's all about this new digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all down, of course. Now, I went over this several days. Guys, when we look at the ETFs, we keep hearing about inflows, but when we get these outflows, they're not getting a lot of attention. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to it. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Crypto.com secures spot on Ireland's virtual asset services provider register. And we see Crypto.com has definitely pushed this global adoption. And they've been quiet and they haven't been attacked. So we know there's something bigger behind the scenes. Now we have Coinbase former head of communications joins WorldCoin. And guys, we know they move these chess pieces along. The reason why, because they know the agenda. You don't have to explain to them. They all know the agenda, and that's this new digital economy. When you're talking about the legacy market, you're also talking about a whole legacy world. And when you look at the capabilities of these digital assets, the capabilities of these machines, it's like you're in a whole nother world. So it's two worlds going on at the same time. And it definitely feels like you're in the Matrix. And lastly, guys, we have Mark Cuban says Trump could beat Biden because of crypto. And again, guys, this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. Biden has to choose between Gensler and crypto. And what I teach you is follow the money. When you're looking at all these digital assets, you're looking at all these robots, algorithms, and drones. It's the same big banks and big corporations that are funding it that's in charge of the current system now. They're not just going to give up power. And that's the same thing that goes with the banking system. Gensler went over the monopoly. They're just not going to give it up. They'll integrate your technology, but they're not going to give you control. And when it comes to the president, guys, we know they're already selected, not elected. No such thing as Democrat and Republican. The bird needs both wings to fly. And if you sit back, you'll see that any agenda that the NWO is pushing, they always come together and make it happen. But when it comes to the people, they never come together because that's not a part of the agenda. And once you understand that, it takes you a little while. It takes age for you to clearly see it. And that's only if you're accepting the knowledge. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.